Good morning, lovely neighbors. So I wanted to talk to you today about a concept that I have learned called the AM/PM schedule. And I love this because it is something that has really helped me put a lot of more shape and consistency into my daily schedule, which helps me do better at creating the life that I want around it. So it's really simple. You just get a piece of paper, draw some lines on it, and you decide some things that you want to get done, everything first thing in the morning, and some things that you want to get done at night before you go to bed. And then you just kind of have check boxes next to it, which allows you to check off the days that you do this. And I do want to make some caveats. I think that being consistent with ourselves and holding to our commitments can be really, really hard. So I think it's really important for us to start out easy. And when we're having a hard time in our lives, like just we're sick or it's just life is just kind of blown up on us and gotten crazy, to kind of give ourselves permission to do less of those things. So my overall goal is to have 3 things in the morning and 2 things at night. And I add and subtract of that every couple of weeks. I kind of shift it up depending on what my needs are. So right now, my AM schedule, for example, is to do some Bible study in the morning and to also do some morning prayer and to exercise. That's my morning schedule. My evening schedule is to journal. I have a couple of journaling techniques that I use that have actually been super helpful for me in my life, and I'll talk about those on another video sometime down the road. And also to write my schedule out for the next day. Because if I wake up in the morning and I know what I'm doing, I'm a lot more focused and I get a lot more done a lot easier than if I don't. So these are the things that I have decided work really well for me, and they could look completely different for you. But I have found that when I have those things written down and I have those check boxes, or I just make sure and write them on my list of things to do for the next day and I make sure that they get crossed off, then my life works a lot better. Sometimes I don't get to those things first thing when I wake up. Sometimes it's a little bit later in the day, depending on what my day is. Sometimes, especially on days when I'm working, I might have to squeeze that in during morning recess or something like that. But I try and get those things in every day. Now, the goal with this is to be as consistent as possible and to not make excuses for yourself. That being said, I've also found that it is really important for me to be gentle and kind with myself on times when I'm having a hard time and I'm not getting to those things every day, so that I don't get discouraged and give up and stop doing it altogether. And instead, I just pick up my pieces the next day and keep on going. So I get really excited if I get every single day and I've got it all done, because that's a great week. But just having that there and having that to focus on has really made a huge difference in my life. So I encourage you, sit down and make an AM/PM schedule. And if you want to, you can message back to me and tell me how it's working for you, because I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you and have a great day.